Good morning, guys. This is Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA, going up over the, quote, mountain here in Central Texas. It's not really a big mountain. It's probably about, 2,500 feet. Not a biggie. There's no snow on top, I can assure you that. But what I wanted to touch on this morning while I'm driving to Marble Falls to check out the new grocery store is this. I've done 3 types of camping over a 30-year period. I've full-time RV'd, lived in an RV for about 30 years, but I've done other things too. One, I have gone camping in a Toyota Prius, off and on, for weeks at a time, over a period of about 5 years. The longest I was gone was about 6 weeks in a row, and then I did several trips that were 2 to 4 weeks. And it was the most flexible form of travel that I came up with. And I also have gone camping in a pickup with a camper top on it, not a drop-in thing, but just a camper top, a Lear 180 camper top. And it's pretty much like going camping in a van. So we'll kind of add that as a little ingredient to the van. So we're going to look at travel trailer camping versus car camping versus pickup / van camping, or traveling or living. Okay? And I'll tell you what I've found to be the biggest differences. Of course, in a travel trailer, you can stand up, you've got a full toilet, restroom, you take a good shower, cook. Some of them have ovens, microwave ovens, the whole thing. So basically you have your home with you on wheels in a travel trailer. Same thing in a Class C motorhome or a Class A, whatever. The downside of those units is you're not very flexible. In other words, you do have to do a little planning because there's a lot of places you can't get in your motorhome or your towing your travel trailer or fifth wheel. If you go boondocking, you really have to be careful because, if there's roads that have deep ruts and so forth, you can have some problems with that. You can also get in a situation where you may not be able to turn around real easy, or you may have to back up for a long way. So you're not really totally flexible, but to give up that flexibility, you acquire a lot of amenities in the way of comfort and so forth. And that's the benefit of using a travel trailer, a motorhome, whatever type it may be, Class A, B, or C. Then you go to a car camping, which I was in a Toyota Prius, and I have to tell you, that is addictive. And the reason it is, number one, it's very inexpensive. Number two, extremely flexible. You can go just about anywhere. Now, the Prius is not a high clearance vehicle, so you had to be careful going boondocking or out in the national forest to be sure you had, plenty of clearance. But other than that, going anywhere else, like to the BLM, the improved BLMs or Corps of Engineers or whatever, those were perfect. And the real upside of it was I didn't put anything out. Everything I had was inside the Prius. And so if I decided I didn't like my campsite for whatever reason, I would just get in the driver's seat, punch the starter button, and go somewhere else, and all the while averaging 50 to 55 miles to the gallon. Is that good? Yes, it is. The downside of that was I'm 72 years old, and it was a little cramped, shall we say. Even though I figured out a way to poop using a 3-legged camping toilet, the legs fold out and so forth, and you use a little plastic bag, it worked fine. I mean, I used it several times. And as far as taking a shower, of course, I would either take a shower outside, using a gallon of water, and then heat up some water and just pour it over my body, and then use a washcloth to clean off. I mean, I never use soap anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that worked okay. All those issues worked out, and you can do it in a car, and you can also do what I call a horse bath. Some people call it birdie bath. But you just get a washcloth and wet it. You can use alcohol or vinegar or just plain water, your choice. And stay clean, that way. And when you're out on the road, whether no matter what kind of vehicle you're in or even at home, hygiene is very important. You have to stay clean, okay, and brush your teeth and all that stuff. So in the Prius, great. I enjoyed it. I think about it a lot. The next thing I did is I went for a couple of months. I bought me a Ram pickup 2017. I put a Lear 180 camper top on it, which gives you a little more space. And I put a bed in it and a refrigerator, a Dometic CF18, some solar to run the refrigerator, had a fan, and it worked okay, unless the downside of that was if you get caught in an area where it's really hot, then you're toast. Okay, you're toast. You're done. I mean, you can't get out of it. I had the insulation inside the camper top that was supposed to help. It did, and it had windows on both sides. Of course, I had the fan. But when the temperature gets above 85 to 88 degrees, you're just not comfortable. I have to tell you that. And that happened a few times, not often, but whenever the weather was nice, it was perfect because I had a nice bed, 26 by 74 inch. It was a 4-inch thick memory foam pad, trifold, and it worked great. Cooking was not a problem. I had a little burner and those little ISO propane bottles and the thing screwed on the top of the bottle, and you just put your stuff on it and cook. I didn't cook that much, but it was good for reheating foods and stuff. So that worked okay for a couple of months. The downside there again was, for me, 72 years old, getting it in and out wasn't a problem. It was when you were inside, you couldn't stand up. So if you got caught in a situation where there was some misty rain, you couldn't be outside. There you were. The only thing you could do was lay on your bed, and that wasn't too bad. I mean, reading books or doing internet stuff if you had internet access, and that was okay. And I'm sure it's the same way in a van. In a van, if you have a high box, you can probably stand up. But if you don't, if you have a regular van, you're going to be kind of humped over. But at least you can get around, and so that's probably better. I didn't try a van, but so of the three, it depends. I think all of it depends on your age. I mean, if you're young and flexible, car camping or car traveling is great, and you can take a tent or whatever you want for shade, and you're good. Okay, and some outdoor cooking stuff if you choose to. You can take you a little privacy thing that you could pop up for a shower and a toilet, privacy, and that worked great. So you could set up car camping to be really, really enjoyable. Of course, and for me, the bed was fine. I slept great. It's just that I was, rolling in and out of the bed, and the car was, wasn't exactly something that I was. It was getting too old for it, I guess. I don't know. I can still do it. I can do it right now. Do I want to? Not really. Now I'm back to a 16-foot travel trailer. I bought me a 2018 Clipper Cadet, and it's fine. I mean, I'm living in it full time. And it's easy to tow. It cuts my gas mileage in my pickup down to about 13 to 14 miles to the gallon, which is not that great. That's about, it depends on where you are, 15 cents a gallon or 15 cents a mile, which is, not bad when you're towing. Then when I'm not towing, I'm getting about 24 and a half miles a gallon, which is pretty good. So the towing the travel trailer works okay for me now, and it gives me a home. I mean, of course, I've lived in travel trailers for 30 years now, 25 to 30, whatever it is, and it's a good way of life. I mean, for me, I'm single old man. I don't have any dogs, pets. All my kids are grown and gone. They're all doing okay, and so I'm free to do what I got. I got enough money to do it. I got my Social Security. I make a little off YouTube, and as an Amazon affiliate, I get a little bit. And those two combined, I mean, my basic needs are paid for by my Social Security, including medical and all that stuff. And then whatever I get from YouTube and being an Amazon affiliate, that pays for any traveling that I do. If it goes down, then my traveling goes down. That's just the way that works. So, but having said that, so for each individual out there, there is a way to go traveling or camping or whatever you want to call it, and enjoy it. You just have to select what works for you. But I have to tell you, if I was back in my 30s now and had a pickup or a car, I'd just use it. I promise you. That's it. No, you can set it up. You can get you some solar, and you can really get you a nice fan to run off the solar. I didn't. I should have. And then that would have helped a lot. I could have put a vent fan in my camper top, but I didn't. And that would have helped a great deal. I did add a MaxxAir Max fan to my travel trailer in the restroom skylight area, and it works great. So whenever you're in an area and it's misty rain outside, you can open that vent and it'll pull the air through, and you'll still be comfortable inside the car, or inside the RV car. Boy, I'm good, aren't I? But anyway, having said that, there's many ways. Here goes a guy here pulling a big old fifth wheel, and I mean, it's a big one too. He almost took my front end off. See, that's another thing. When you're towing a thing that long and you pull over or you change lanes, you don't. Sometimes you forget that you're towing something that's 34 feet long, and you take the front end of a car off behind you. Yeah, pulling a travel trailer. Of course, mine's only 16 feet long. The total length of it is 18 feet, but you look at it from the tip of the trailer hitch to the end of the bumper in the back. It's 18 feet 4 inches long. And then my truck is 19 feet. So see, that's 37 feet moving down the highway or moving down a boondocking road that has to be in a position to turn around to get going back out. And so, you pull in to get gas, you have to, when you're towing anything, you have to be aware, you kind of don't want to knock your bumper off or, hit the gas pumps or whatever. But in a car or a pickup like I was, see, you just pull in and get gas like you ordinarily would. It was a no-brainer. You just did it. But when you're pulling a travel trailer, it's a little different. Of course, the advantage of the travel trailer is it's a home. You got all your stuff, I don't have much stuff, but it's fun. And I'm looking forward to going. I think in March. My routine, I'm going to go in March this year probably because I haven't been out in a while and I've just got the itch. Even though I have a home base in Central Texas, I've talked about that several times. And that makes it nice because I've got a full hookup there, water, electric, and septic. Got a lot of privacy. In fact, I've got more privacy there than anywhere I go camping. I'm in Central Texas, kind of northwest or west-northwest of Austin, Texas, about 75 miles. It's out in a rural area. Not many people, and my property backs up to a ranch, so I've got a lot of privacy, and enough said about that. But the RVing or travel trailer, you got to be aware, and then when you pull in, you're not totally there. If you're going to be there a few days, you got to unhook, and get your unit level and that sort of thing. But once you've got that done, you're there. You can be there most places for 2 weeks. So if you're at a place for 2 weeks, you're home. You can set up, and if you've got internet access, you've got all the entertainment you need, and you got all your cooking stuff there. And if you're within 30 miles or so of a grocery store, that's nice. You can go get the groceries, just like being at home. But anyway, just thought I'd pass that along for you people that are looking at the options as far as a motorhome. The only difference between a motorhome and anything else is you drive it. You're basically pulling a travel trailer. It's all one piece, because they're typically, they're 26 to 34 feet long. You can get some down around 21 feet, but then you get into the ones with the wet bath where you got to straddle the toilet and all that crap. I'm not too sure I'm fond of that. I've never had a travel trailer with a wet bath because I didn't want one. That's one reason. A wet bath means you don't have a full shower. It means the toilet's kind of there and you kind of have to straddle it to take a shower. And I just, since I live in these things full time, I have to have the comforts of home, so to speak. But right now, my little 16-footer is working out great, and the price was good, $9,750 for a 2018. Of course, there's a lot of things it doesn't have. It doesn't have a roof AC. It has a window AC. It doesn't have an oven. It doesn't have a microwave oven. It didn't come with a TV. It didn't come with a sound system. What else? It has an awning. It has a power awning. Unbelievable. It does not have a direct spark ignition hot water heater, which means that you have to go outside and physically light the hot water heater. It's a 6-gallon heater. Most RVs have a DSI, or direct spark ignition heater, water heater, that you can turn it on from the inside and it lights. Yeah, is that nice? Yeah, because if it's raining or cold and raining, and you need to take a shower, you don't have to walk out in the rain to light the hot water heater, or wait till it stops raining. But anyway, just giving you some information, guys, that you might benefit from. As far as finding a place to camp, when you're in a car or a pickup or a van, finding a place is easy. Nothing to it. You just pull in, you're there. In a motorhome or a pulling a travel trailer, you got to plan ahead. You got to plan ahead, because it's got to be a place you can park your travel trailer and have enough room for your vehicle too. And so you're pretty well limited to, improved parks. But as far as full hookups, I don't need those. I don't worry about that at all. Not at all. And when I first started, I did, but I don't anymore. Anyway, we're coming into Marble Falls. I'll end the video up here at the Walmart gas pumps. Gasoline here shows to be $2.25.9 per gallon, regular unleaded. That's what it is there, but you got to have a special credit card to get that price. Walmart probably is the same price, or actually it's Murphy's. That's who owns the gas deal for Walmart. It's part of Walmart, but they call it Murphy's. Marble Falls, Texas, population 6,000 people. And this is the biggest city around me within 75 miles. I like it. It's got all the amenities. You got Walmart, Discount Tire, you got all the little fast food places if you want to go and eat. And if you need anything repaired, they got it. Walmart is $225.9. So we're going to get some of that $225.9, okay? Is this guy just starting or just finishing? I don't know. Looks like it's a lady. Oh, okay. She had to get her credit card. All right. Well, I'm in no hurry. So shut her down, babe. Be patient. There's a highway patrolman off to the right there. Got a guy stopped, and the reason he's got him stopped is he's pulling a trailer, and it's totally overloaded. You can tell by looking at it. But anyway, having said that, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty78609 saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos, because I am an Amazon affiliate. And I get a small commission if you use the link and go to Amazon and buy anything. I realize it's probably a little inconvenient, and if it is, don't fool with it, but it doesn't cost you anything, so if you choose to, do it. If you don't worry about it. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it will also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly, and that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure, and lowering your blood pressure is good for you anywhere in the whole wide world. And what else? Stretch, walk, do whatever it takes to keep your body in motion and keep your health, and you'll live longer. And another thing that's very important, stand guard at the door of your mind, because what you let into your mind are ingredients, okay? So don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.